language. And I know that because I'm so deeply ingrained in the work that I do, it's
Mm,
sometimes hard to because I have that perception bias that I feel like
yes,
I understand all the words I use, but it'd be incredible. It's just like I just thought this would be an amazing opportunity to hear from an expert of
yes,
just like and just to have some feedback around some of the language I'm using to make sure that it's resonant with
yes.
the general public, not just the
I
people
know.
that I'm always like collaborating and working with, like Nora, for example. It's like we speak
Yes.
the same language,
I
but
know. It's
our
like you don't even
audience
think
might
about it.
not.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's exactly yeah, that's a big piece. And for context, so the crew here is called the aligned sales method. Within that, there's two sections really. There's the attraction, which is going to be bringing in the leads, which has to do with sales copy, which is what you're referring to. But a main and I think bigger component as well is going to be conversions, the sales calls, the workshops, the calls to action, and things like that. So, yeah, feel free to ask about both parts of the process, and we'll go from there. We have Lucy here, and we have Gabby. How are you, Gabby? If you can turn your camera on, we'd love to connect here. But Lucy, if you can kick us off. What's your big win for the last week? And then we'll go around in a circle and share a little bit more about some wins, and then we'll get into some questions.
I don't have any big specific win, just that well, I guess yesterday was a big win in that I spent a good portion of my day. It was a light day for some reason, and I
Okay.
spent a lot of extra time doing outreach. So I
Yes.
was like just hammering through my list.
Music to my ears.
Yes, I was catching up with like old clients that maybe only bought one session, and I was
Mm,
just like catching up with tons of old
my
leads.
goodness.
And I'm hoping to do that for the rest of this afternoon too. I only have one more client, and so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna power through outreach. And the one
Yes.
other thing I wanted to mention is that I don't know if you're aware of if you've ever heard of the extension called Schooly, but I just got
Schooly.
out of a um I'm just gonna drop it here in case anyone wants to
Yeah.
check it out. I just got out of his first like Q&A
Oh,
call.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's incredible for
Is
school
it?
owners. Yes.
No way.
I can't even list all the features that it has, but you can do voice notes. So I thought of you as soon as he said that, and
Hmm.
because I know that that's a feature that you would like.
So
And
then just for clarity, because I think I might serve people on the recording. I'm not too I don't think Gabby or and I didn't catch the pronunciation, but it was
Zahava,
Sahava.
I'm guessing. I'm just
Well, she'll let us
gonna
know
go
in a
with
little
it.
bit. But yeah, for everybody, of course, on the recording and you know the usuals, the Mona and Kai and everybody else. What tell us about it? Because I'm more than happy to
Okay, and
let
I can't
people.
even tell you everything. It does voice notes, it auto DMs, it
Oh
auto
wow!
posts, it has
Just real quick because that's big, right?
yeah.
So auto DMs because we like school already does that, but you're saying post initial message.
Broadcast DMs. So you can
Oh
actually
wow! I
say,
need
I
that.
want to send a DM to every premium member or
Yes,
every
yes.
VIP member. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so big.
You can schedule out your posts for the next week or whatever through
Mm,
the posting. That's on the top tier. There's
mm,
a testimonials page, which is incredible. It's kind of like Google My Business, where people can like type in what they think about you and rate it, and then it all
mm,
goes on this beautiful page. There's
mm.
hashtags, there's tagging, there's there the list goes. I'm sure I'm like missing a
Okay.
huge. The list goes on and huge metrics too. Like it analyzes all your members in the group and in their classroom and how much they've done in the classroom, and
Yes,
it,
yes, yes.
yeah,
What? Look
incredible.
at
So
that. See, this is the power of community, which we'll go to Gabby next because I know that was a big piece as well for you. But thank you. Yeah, so
yeah,
and so remind us, how do you pronounce your name? Is it Sahava?
it's Sahava.
Sahava. Okay, perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just
Well,
trying to connect with YouTube, but it's not, doesn't seem to be working. But yes, I'm here.
all right, awesome. No, no worries. Well, yes, for everybody on the recording, and of course for those of you here, this is what it's about, is sharing resources, ideas, and the collaboration is going to be big as we keep strengthening this community. So, Gabby, if you can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do, and then maybe a win or something that's top of mind.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Gabby. I'm a certified motion code practitioner. It's this type of energy healing that allows people to release emotional baggage from the past. And a win for me, let's see, probably what we were talking about yesterday, honestly.
Yeah.
I just got the keys to my office at the beginning of the year. So I've been doing all Zoom meetings with my clients. So it's like my first physical space. So it's been really fun and magical experience.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, an environment is big, right? Because it can inspire you or it could drain you. And I love, Sava, you're in it sounds like a co-working space, and I do that. I think last week I was like at a cafe or something. Sometimes I'm home here, but yeah, it's energizing. So congratulations on the momentum. So with that said, let's go, if possible, back to you, Sava. What questions do you have? If you can share your screen, or if there's maybe some copy that you would like some feedback on, we can dive right in.
That is so great. I didn't prepare exact copy, but I could actually just open up just so you have an idea. I'm redoing my website now.
Okay.
But I could even just show my old website and get input on that,
Yes.
and then I'll directly put that into the new one that I'm making. The new one I'm making is just so ugly right now. And so I mean, I don't love this one either. That's why I'm making a new one. It's just really out of date. Um, but uh, what I've been really trying to do is I'm trying to speak to too many audiences right now. So that's a
Yeah.
problem that I'm experiencing. So is that I have like schools. So I want to bring in menstrual health and just health education into schools slash
Mm,
potentially corporate. So that's more B2B. But then I also want to do mentorships. Like I do mentorships and one-on-one containers and online courses and retreats.
okay.
And that's for adults as well as for
Mhm.
teens. So I'm speaking to adult
Mm,
women, but then I'm also speaking to parents. And then I'm also speaking to
yeah,
organizations.
I got you.
So
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah.
so
What
it's
brings in
like
the
it's
most
it's
revenue?
it's a really good question because right now I don't have enough revenue in any of the
Mm,
streams, but and I I envision it would be really great to have ongoing one-on-one mentorships or just like a full cohorts. That would be
yes.
like the baseline because these are products that are already they're complete. I mean, all the products are pretty much complete at this point, but it is my signature online course. Um, but it's just about having this continual like marketing campaigns are just really draining for me and launches. So
Mm,
I'm moving to make my online course on demand now. So, and then just having this like, I mean, speaking about like
okay.
a funnel system would be also helpful. And then on top of that, I'm launching this retreat. So,
Mm,
um, that feels like the most pressing right now. So maybe I should bring up the old
yeah.
last year's landing page for the retreat because I need to launch that like today because it's for August in Portugal and people are making summer
Oh, wow.
plans. So I'm gonna just pull up that landing page that we
Okay.
used last year that someone else made for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Go
and
for it.
then from there I will be able to, and I'm making a new one right now. Like that's like
Mhm.
essentially my task for today. So that could be
Yeah.
really relevant. I'm just
Yeah.
pulling it up now. Um, it's just a splash page and I can share my screen. Um, so it's the Bloom retreat. It's a Bloom Womb Women's Retreat, 4-day immersion, menstrual wisdom, ritual and connection.
Mm,
Um, and then yeah, to reclaim your first
mhm.
period, restore body trust, remember your cyclical power. And then I
Mm,
did it with a partnership with this other company, but I'm doing it myself this year. It's in the same space in
okay.
Portugal. Um, and then this is infused with it. So I'm incorporating rose medicine. So a lot of rose tinctures, rose tea ceremonies, just rose is like a plant that holds the space. And
Yes.
then, but I do want to bring this to, I want to show it to be an upscale experience where women can really
Right.
come and be in this I mean, the space is beautiful. So the pictures say a lot as well.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's like a rough agenda of like what we'd be doing every day. Um, and then there's me, and then my bio, and then the pricing. I want this to be like 3 or 4 times the price.
Okay.
Um, as well. So I want it to be around 2,000. So like, yeah,
Okay.
at least double. Like
Okay.
1,800 to 25, depending on the room.
Right, right.
But this
So,
this is
what's gonna matter most is really the first piece because the thing with sales copy is you want to make the line that they're reading inspire them to go to the next line. Like that's it.
yeah.
Like that's the goal of sales copy. Like the first line needs to be like, oh, this is interesting, this is me, or this is useful. Like, tell me more. And so they'll read the next sentence
Yeah.
and then the next sentence until they get either bored or it's like, oh, this is not even, I don't even want to do this, right? So Bloom Retreat, that's interesting. That's good. That's catchy. A 4-day immersion into menstrual wisdom, ritual, and reconnect. So what I would do is ask yourself so have you heard of the concept of ideal client profiles?
Yeah.
Okay. So the key there is
Yeah.
the S, which is plural, which means that usually you're gonna have three main ideal client profiles. Okay, you're gonna have the
Okay.
premium, you're gonna have the I mean, I don't want to call them the bottom of the barrel type of leads, but it's pretty much like they're barely an ideal client, right? You get to choose to not work with them if you don't want to. And then there's this middle of the road, because if you think about a bell curve, you want these folks, right? Which are gonna be like the best of the best at 2K is nothing for them, and like, they're high quality. Okay, great. But realistically, what's going to happen is that you're most likely going to attract somebody who's there, and 80% of it's going to be these folks in the middle, which is not bad, right? Because they're going to be your bread and butter. Okay. Um, so with that in mind, you want to think about, okay, with the top tier individuals and then the middle of the road individuals, what do they ultimately want? So for example, right? Reclaim your first period, restore your body trust, remember your cycle power. Those are words and phrases that but to your
Exactly. That's
point,
what I was saying.
it's
My
like,
problem. They don't.
yeah, it's like
That's
we want to make
exactly
it,
like what is
you know,
reclaim your first? Yeah, this is from last year. So I've done a lot of
sure, no
shifting
worries.
already. So, but yeah, from these things.
Yes,
But yeah, I've been really thinking about like, yeah, what's the transformation that they're gonna feel from coming to Bloom? And the thing is now that I've done it and I have the words from
yes,
testimonials, from video testimonials of the transformation women have experienced. I feel like I should be using those words, but I also,
yeah,
yeah, that I'm thinking of like how I could even, yeah, it's just about
I
what do
got
they
you.
want? Is like they want, yeah, so it's like,
Well,
and like,
here's
I
something else real
maybe,
quick for you.
yeah,
For you to think about real quick, because then we'll come back. So it's really, yes, like number one, who are these people? Like, what makes the top tier versus the middle tier different? Where do they work? Like, what do they do? What makes them, high quality? But more importantly, yeah, what do they want? But watch this, it's who do they want to become after working with you?
yeah,
Okay. So a quick example, and then we'll have you think on that for a second. Is the one that I give because it's so visual and it's easy to understand, right? I can Lucy can say, or I can say, hey, I'm a health and wellness coach. I can help you lose weight, right? Most people are gonna be like, okay, that makes sense, sure, right? However, if I were to run an ad or put a post out there that said, hey, are you a single mom looking to lose 10 pounds in 90 days so that you can feel more confident on your next date? I've now created 5 layers of specificity in just that line that's going to help someone say, whoa, Luis, yes, how do you know that?
That's
Like,
me.
that's me. That's what we want to do
Yeah.
with you. So have a think on that. We'll loop back, because it's definitely, going to take a bit of mind power to just go through that. That's what we call scenario based marketing. It's all based on who do they want to become based on the scenario they're currently dealing with. What's the specific thing that's going on at 10:20 a.m. on a Tuesday morning that is causing him to say, "Holy moly, I need to be at this retreat because I'm done or I'm ready," or right? Like, who do they want to become? So we'll have you stop sharing for a sec, and then we'll move
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
we'll move into a few other things, and then we'll loop right back. So Lucy, what about you? What are some of the things you're working on, or how can we support you?
So a couple questions come up, and it's so my next no sugar challenge starts on Sunday, Monday.
Okay,
And
alrighty.
so I'm trying to figure this out. There's a webinar near the end. I'm I have it posted as the same as last time, where it's Thursday night, because I don't know what to do different for that. But Thursday night, we're doing the webinar. I don't, okay, I don't think I should push the premium membership. I think, but I'm asking, but I think I should be just going for the call, just like selling the free sales call or whatever it is to
Mm-hmm.
talk about my program.
Yeah.
And this is just because I'm doing the 100, and that
Mm-hmm.
starts on April 3rd.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I kind of wish I didn't have this sugar challenge to
Mm,
distract me. But since I do, and I can't take it back, I want to just do it without causing any, like I just
gotcha.
want it to be the
Yeah,
easiest thing possible without like messing things up, and have some impact at the same time. Like,
right.
hey, maybe I'm just building goodwill with this sugar challenge.
Here's
Fine.
a very important piece that is underrated.
Okay.
Your energy on this challenge is going to be so much better because subconsciously you just stated it like, I'm kind of doing them a favor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're like showing up like, oh, well, I'm just pouring into these people. Like, that
Yeah.
right there is everything, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I was alluding to as the mentality of I'm here to serve. Sales is a service. Sales is about leadership and giving and helping somebody make a decision, holding space, for all that stuff. So I think you're actually in a really good spot. That's perfect. That's perfect timing because then you show up and you already decided like I'm gonna yeah, it's like I don't really need this, you know? So what's gonna come forth from that is just relaxed, composed, poised, right? So then to answer your question there, yeah, so that when you do, I would recommend you when you do make an invitation,
Invitation. Yeah.
right? When you share the opportunity, hey, I can I share an opportunity with you guys, right? Can I invite you somewhere? Like, for example, Nora possibly sent out an invitation to Sahaba saying, hey, I'd like to invite you to, or I'd like for you to do this. And obviously she's here, so she accepted it. That's the way we sell, right? It's, hey, there's this thing that can really help you. I'd like to invite you to check it out. Or I'd like to invite you to set up a, vitality session, right? Or what would you call it? How would you frame it?
Oh, I didn't write it down, but I had it in my head yesterday. Why didn't I write it down? I'll have to keep thinking, because I had a name that I liked,
Okay.
but some kind of weight loss thing, call type thing.
Mm. we can brainstorm it real quick. So like the outcome is weight loss, uh, in a like aggressive calorie deficit way, or like what
No,
type of weight loss?
sustainable weight
There
loss
we
is how
go.
I call it. I don't know.
That's good.
Realistic.
That's good. So a sustainable weight loss. Um, I don't know if audit would be aligned with your brand, but something along the lines of that, right? It's like sustained weight loss review session. Like what do you think? What aligns with you?
Um, yeah, I know audit makes sense in my head, but that probably
Hmm.
doesn't like
Well,
that's
let's
what
ask
I
some
want
of
to
the
call
ladies
it.
here,
But
right? Like
yeah.
for any of you, if like hopefully all of us have gone on a journey to improve our health, wellness, vitality, what would resonate with you if somebody invited you to just hop on a session, right, Gabby or Nora, to just learn about how to improve your overall wellness? What type
And
of title or yeah, go ahead. Lucy.
I was gonna say I did write it down, but
Oh,
maybe I want to hear from you guys before I say it.
okay. So let's go Zahava, Gabby, and then Nora. What, like, just as a quick idea, right? Because you're very creative. So what would you recommend? So Zahava, like, you're muted, but what would you recommend?
Yeah. I know I'm thinking for like like sustainable wellness. Like it could be
Hmm.
like an offering.
It's
I like,
holistic,
yeah,
but I don't think they necessarily resonate
I
with that
just,
word.
'cause- no, they don't resonate with holistic.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
consistent or
Mhm.
um sustainable are words I've been using, but I don't
Hmm.
know
Hmm.
if people can right, do you want that to give them a sustainable, like especially with my business, it's like I just want it to be sustainable, but I don't think
Hmm.
people I don't know if our audience would be thinking of the word sustainable. I don't think that's a
Right.
good word for a title or
Hmm.
a catchphrase. I think it'd be more like it like maybe like impactful or transformative. Like people want the
Hmm.
transformation, um like right, they want to feel transformed into like this healthy, vital, energetic person. So it's like I like the word vitality, but also some people might not really know. I think they could be
Right.
energized or energetic
Hmm.
or like
Mobility too, I think might serve your audience to some extent, right,
optimized.
Lucy?
People like the word
Hmm.
optimize, optimization. People like optimized, but also connected.
Hmm.
Um, and um, I mean,
You could do
aligned and
even like
alignment.
Hmm. I like that.
restorative, recalibration, regenerative. I don't know. I'm on the R words too now.
You're on what?
Our
On the R
words,
words
Are
Oh,
today.
our words.
renewal. I mean, what do they want ultimately?
My audience wants to lose weight and feel
ease.
better.
They
Yep.
want ease.
Yep.
People want ease, right? They, especially when it comes to something challenging like losing weight or like feeling better after not for a while, like, right? Because people are going
Hmm.
to come to you after they've tried other things or they just want it to feel
Yeah.
easier. So it's like, um, yeah, like impactful and like an impactful transformation with like ease and support and like like that guidance.
Mhm.
Um,
What was the word you wrote down, Lucy?
It's not anything like fancy. It was just a weight loss game plan call.
It's fine, yeah. See, sometimes we overcomplicate it, like, so the thing with scenario-based marketing is like this. Your audience, she comes home, right? The lady, right? She's a grandmother or something. She comes home from groceries. She opens the door, boom, she closes it. She sits down on the couch. and she's feeling something in that moment that most other people don't feel. There's a challenge, there's the pain. And in the moment she's thinking, if only I had
A game plan.
a game plan or a sense of direction or like that's your audience, right? So that's your homework. It's for you to go through that process. And what if she calls her sister that moment,
Mm.
hey sis, like, yeah, I went to go get groceries and I'm just like tired. Or what is she saying? And what is how's she complaining because of what she's dealing? It's okay. Use that to say the opposite is this. I'm tired, energized. What do the knees hurt? Like the back? Like what happens?
Yeah, and I'm really firm for this from moving forward. I'm really focusing on like the 40s, and they're worn out, they're fatigued, they're exhausted, they're not
Exhausted.
themselves. Yeah, look in the mirror, they don't recognize themselves, they don't want to be in pictures,
Hmm.
embarrassed, uncomfortable,
So for example,
confused.
yeah, another thing is like the prevention of, right? So exhaustion prevention game plan. It's preventing them from whatever they're dealing with, or it depends on for your audience, what do they want more of? Or I'm sorry, what do they want? More of the good or less of the bad? Do they want less exhaustion or do they want more vitality, more energy, more like
Or
Mm.
that's going to be the
confidence. It
homework for
sounds like
you.
they want confidence.
Confidence.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep. They want to feel like themselves again because they're like newly into it. Like maybe when they were like early 30s, they still had their body. And
Hmm.
now, just 10 years later, they're not, this is not the body that they grew up
Hmm.
with. That's
Yeah.
so,
Okay.
mm,
So we'll come back and see what
okay.
else similar to Zahava, and then so then we'll go Gabby and then Nora. Welcome. So Gabby, for you, what are some things you're working on? What are some things that you need some clarity on? If you can hear us, I think you might be muted there. Okay, for sure. Yeah, we'll come right back. So then, Nora, what about you? Can you hear us? You're muted there. We can't see you.
Yeah, hi.
All right,
Um,
what's up?
I'm working in the background, and so I'm not going to share anything work in relationship to my work right now, but I just wanted to say hi. And yeah, that's it. I'm just getting the house ready. I think there's going to be some photographer to come take the
Mm,
house, and we're going to maybe put it on the market and change
nice.
our lives. So a lot is going on.
Look at that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, glad to have you on here. Yeah, pop the questions into the chat as well, Gabby or Nora, or any quick little things that you guys have there. But yeah, so then Sava, back to you, even with the same idea of for Lucy. What's coming up for you?
Yeah, well, Lucy really helped me also realize that I do definitely need names for my offerings as well.
Mm,
Like I have like menstrual mentorships and things like that, but that also doesn't really, it just doesn't allow people to know what, like no one really knows what that is,
exactly.
right? Because it hasn't existed before as well. So it's like, so I do know I need to work on that, but I've been trying to write out, yeah, who these women are that would want
Okay.
to come to this retreat. Um, I think they're in their 20s and 40s, business professionals, business owners, being pulled in
Mm,
too many directions, wanting to feel like their bodies can be optimized, like how they could really connect with their bodies so that they can manage their energy, their focus, their flow. A lot of them will probably feel a lot of nervous system disconnection or dysregulation or potential like stemming or within burnout. They also will could be experiencing a lot of menstrual symptoms and discomforts. Maybe they're needing to be with nature and just to like
hmm.
have a moment to rest and be someplace beautiful and also be connected to other women, right? So I know that That's something that women need. There's a lot of research. So I don't know how much I could even include with that in the page, but there's a lot of data research showing the importance for women's health to have connection.
Yeah.
Like it is such an important pillar of women's
Yeah.
health. And all my intake forms, one of the first questions I ask is like, how resourced do you feel with connections? Um, and so having that as part of the offering is significant for some
Okay.
people, and to have a moment to truly connect and with nature. And I mean, if there's a saltwater pool, there, there's so much beautiful green grass. It's like it's just such a there's
Mhm.
luxurious,
Okay.
rooms. It's a organic foods, like you want to just be fed. So a woman who's like giving, 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 and like is ready to receive some nourishment while also
Mm.
steeped in like, and then I touch on the science and psycho-emotional aspects of women's health and the menstrual cycle. So it's women who also are intellectual, right? And who
Okay.
are educated and who want to understand things as well as transform, because
Hmm.
it is a robust, it's a full retreat
Yeah.
that also has really beautiful moments for rest and connection and downtime. But
Hmm. Okay. So they're feeling
yeah, I think they're looking,
disconnected,
Lucy, I
like,
think they're
yeah.
that, yeah, because Lucy said looking, I think they want a space where they can empty their cup, right? And just like, but then fill it with nourishment and be nourished at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah. Because they probably are super busy, like they want to craft out like these 4 days that is just,
Hmm.
yeah, it is a mind, body, soul for sure. And like, and then there's all those like, then we could do like like those like catchphrasy things of like, we'll be doing inner child work, we'll be doing
Yeah.
dance and somatics, and like there'll be a nervous
Yeah.
system regulation, there'll be fire ceremony, there'll be
Mm.
rose tea, like a lot of elemental support and nature. So it's women who probably are in cities would also
Yeah.
be really craving a space like this.
Yeah. So
Um,
Lucy brought up a very, I don't know if it's popular, but I've seen it a lot. It's this idea of regulated nervous systems.
yeah. So it's all
So
nervous system backed. Everything I do, it's like, yeah.
yeah, so that's, and so then there's two things. So one, what we want to do is really focus on this identity of who are they becoming, and when they work with you, who will they tap into what side of themselves? Number one. Number two, less about the process and more about
Okay.
what emotion will be invoked when they feel nourished, when they feel that their cup is full. You know, at ease, is it peace? Is it, I mean, you brought up the word ease, so it's like what? So then it's the identity, less process, more outcome, more emotional triggers. Because I'll go back to that example, right? If this lady's single and she's dating and she feels like if she doesn't feel confident to go date, like that's instantly hitting on all her points of I want to not be single, that's identity. I want to be confident, that's I want to be a person who's confident, identity. So for you it's like that. It's like, okay, so then they're stressed out and they want to be.
Oh my God. I have one, confident and proud of their femininity or their womanhood.
Hmm.
Like
So
yeah.
that's good. So let's go
I,
deeper. When they have that, what does it give them?
Mhm. um, okay. Does it give them, I was just writing the question down, so just because more will come, but connection to their intuition. So ease in decision making.
Okay,
I'll give them ease in decision making, confidence in their choices,
there we go.
more informed to make more informed choices about their
Mm,
overall wellness, their body, and their creativity. It'll open up channels of creativity
there we
as
go.
well. So they'll be more connected to creativity and problem solving skills, and also more resourced energetically, like their energy will be more resourced. So the more
Yes.
connected they are to their bodies and themselves and in their fluctuations, like to
Yes.
know when your energy is rising and declining, not through a day, but through a whole cycle. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is biological data that makes you just a more informed human. So it
Mm-hmm.
supports healthy relationship with yourself and what you need to then have healthier relationships with the other people around you as well. So
Okay.
a more resource and nourished mother, partner,
Mm-hmm. There we go.
daughter, right? Like
Are they going through a transition of sorts? Like, do they need to make a big decision? Like, are they moving into something new or out of something by chance?
um I think the transition that they're definitely making is within their bodies and the relationship with
Mm,
their bodies, first and foremost. And that's the
okay.
first transition you need to make and connect to and
Mm,
realize when you have, there's a lot of external transitioning always
yeah.
happening. We wake up every day, we transition from night to day,
Right,
right?
right.
And how does our
But see, the
body
thing is,
move through
you're
these
aware of that,
transitions?
but people, when they're in their stuff, they're not aware that it's internal. So there's this idea of
Yeah,
like you give them what they want. They want the external stuff, right? But what they really
yeah,
need is all the internal work. That's why less process because yeah, you're gonna change their life, right? Like you're gonna give them so much
yeah,
internally. So what we want to do,
yeah,
as the name suggests, is hook them by reeling them in with the thing that they want to see in their life. You know, so for example, the reason I
yeah,
thought about that is because Nora is moving or she's gonna be moving or whatever. So what happens is like that could be stressful, right? Or maybe somebody's starting a new job or somebody is starting a new relationship or they're getting out of a relationship or whatever the case may be. That is a big pain point that then is going to
yeah.
increase the urgency beyond like, oh, that's a nice to have. That would be cool.
Yes.
It sounds good.
So one of the things that I share in in all the work that I do is that the more menstrual cycle awareness that we can
Mm,
have with our bodies, it actually, what it does is it supports us in being an expert in transitions,
there we
because
go.
the way that it does we become experts in transitions because we are transitioning through our hormonal cycle and through these energies every single day, and
Mm,
we tune into this as a, it's like a mindfulness
yeah.
practice. So if you do this every day, when the external transitions come our way,
Mm,
we already have that practice within us to be able to handle these in the mastery. So
mm,
transitions are a very big part of the conversation because women are in
there you go.
constant transition with their hormones. So
Hmm.
yeah, so Gabby mentioned like, yeah, syncing with your cycle. And I have like cyclical living is what is the name of my
Mm,
signature course. But yeah, like the cycle syncing. The thing is with cycle syncing is I think people, that's also a catchphrase and it sounds nice, but I don't think people know what that means. I mean, that's
yeah.
what they'll be getting, but it's all also like
Yeah,
like
it's always
why do they want
process.
that? Right.
Yeah.
And then interesting when you mentioned the process part, because right now I have like on this old landing page, we have like the schedule, and I think like that
Mm.
should be like minimal, like
Hmm.
minimized.
Yeah, because then it's
Yeah, I don't,
overwhelming. It's like
yeah, it's
yeah,
too
they're already
much stuff,
stressed
right?
out. They're dealing with like, it's like you want to
They don't need
sell
to know that they're
the
doing more.
vacation, not the flight. Because think about flying. We gotta go through TSA. We gotta pack our bags. What are we
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah,
wear? And like it's stressful.
yeah,
Versus like, yeah, how would you like to go to Portugal and have fun?
yeah. Oh, yeah. PMS to power
Hmm.
was one of my workshop I did was called PMS to power.
There we go.
Um,
So that's
so
a
that could
external.
be,
You know what I mean? That's good because now it's under that's scenario. There's a scenario that they're going through.
yeah,
And then you
yeah.
can
So
call it.
I could use
So
PMS to power as part of the thing, but there's so much. It's just that I'm going to be talking about so much more, but I could say that that's one of the focuses on one of the days or
there we
something.
go. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's an
Yeah.
external thing to lead with. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking at least from coming to those calls with everyone's support here, I've noticed that I tend to not lead with this outcome of
Yes.
more pleasure, better sex, or
Yeah.
a partner, like fulfilling intimacy with your partner, because we know that what we do is so much about
Mm,
yourself, im confidence, image, rely, all of that. But
yes.
then I want to talk about the internal process, and what everyone consistently has been brought back to my awareness is that people are going to get curious because of the outcome, the bait,
Yes. The
and
hook.
then they're going to open up, they're going to look through and
Yeah.
maybe come and discover what's going on. So when I saw you do the PMS to power, I was like,
Mm,
I should do more like Zahava and take good note that Zahava is is
Yeah.
leading with those
I love
external
that one.
aspects.
But thank you. Yeah, it's just that was 2 hours where I only talked about premenstrual symptoms. And this is going to be 4 days where I talk about so much more than just that one
I
week.
know.
But at the same time, like I understand your
yeah.
point, but and that's just I just maybe there's a way I could bring it up where it's
Exactly.
another catchphrase like that that encompasses the whole cycle.
Yes.
But
So why don't
because
we do this? Have a think,
yeah,
because again, this is the thing
yeah,
about marketing, messaging, and positioning, and hooks and branding. It's very personal, right? And that's why, as you can see, I'm not really consulting. I'm asking questions to bring it out. So let's keep going because I want to give
yeah, yeah. Thank
Lucy and
you.
then
Yeah.
Gabby, because I know Gabby hasn't gone, and then maybe Nora has some questions as well. But this is good, and then we'll come right back. Well, most likely, I think we have one more round left because we have about 10 minutes. We can come back and then just like, I think the takeaway for you, Shava, is like, what could be that headline? What's the outcome that's identity based, that's a hook, external. It's based in a real world scenario that you can imagine this person is, again, coming home, long day. What does she want? Who does she want to be? What is she tired of? Like, what does she want more of? All of that is going to be proven through your headline. We'll come back. Okay, Lucy, and then for you, so are you good with that? Are you gonna move forward with one of those ideas for the just the framing of the call?
Yes. I want it to be really simple, and
Yeah.
I was just dumping stuff into the chat there. And so what I was saying in the chat is that like they're just looking for weight loss. They have no idea that there's so many other layers that
Mm,
actually when we start working together, we are going to be diving into the mental side of things, the
yeah.
mindset side of things, and like all that. So I kind of feel like I should just stick with something really simple like weight loss game
Hmm.
plan because that's all they think that they need. Most of the
Mm,
women in my world think that they need a meal plan, like
yeah.
that's all they need. Like, just give me a meal plan, just give me the steps, and I'll just
Yeah.
follow them. And of course, we know that it's nothing
Mm,
like that. So, kind of leaning towards like weight loss game plan call. But my other question, which I guess might be related, might be unrelated.
yes.
And I forget if we've already talked about this or not, but I call out women over 40.
Mm,
The name of my school group is Women Over or Women After 40. Weight loss after 40 is the name of my school group. It is it's how my I help statement, all that.
mm,
And I don't know that that's really what, because it's calling out an age group. And what I really want to be calling out is like either their pain points or where they are like struggling with perimenopause.
yeah.
So I'm kind of trying to figure this out.
Okay, so what would you say is keeping you in that niche? Like, what do you like about it, or do you want to pivot, or like,
I have been serving unintentionally 60s and 70-year-olds and late
yeah,
50s.
that's
And
what I was saying, yeah.
I don't know why it just happened. It just it just happened. It's
Okay.
not really who it's not. I mean, I love helping them. They're so sweet. But what really lights me up and what I really want to focus more on is helping perimenopause. The women that are struggling to raise their kids, or maybe they have
Mm,
college age kids, and they are totally lost. They are a mess. And I've had a lot of conversations with these women recently. So more of my recent conversations have been with more of the age group that I'm looking for. And my last two or three clients, at least two, I mean, one of them was like 59. That's fine. So the last like three clients have been what I'm looking for. And I'm so happy to hear it. Some of them have young kids, some of them like teenagers, and they are just trying to like they've got careers, they've got like they're juggling a lot and they're miserable in perimenopause and they just don't
Mm,
have to be miserable. We just have to make these tweaks. And that's who I love helping before they get to
okay.
like 60 years old. And
Here we go.
it's a different thing.
Yeah, so then the key there is the symptoms.
Mhm.
Like how do they know they're miserable? It's kind of weird, but like how do they like what's going on?
They're exhausted. They're having to buy larger sizes. Even their yoga pants, they're having to go buy a
Okay.
new size yoga pants.
So watch
Um,
this. Watch. So in your call out, because this is for everybody, in your call out, it's that, hey, are you a busy mom? You come home feeling exhausted after whatever it is that they're doing, right? Depending on the age of the kids. So like, hey, it's like, hey, are you a busy mom that feels exhausted all the time and you find yourself wearing yoga pants instead of like dressing up? If so, you know, whatever the call to, if so, check out this school group. If so, I want to invite you to this workshop you know um if so, like here are the three things you can try today to stop feeling just so miserable. So this is it, it's the call out, it's the same example, right? It's like, are you a single mom looking to lose 10 like it's it's almost like you're observing them and then you're literally like calling them out because you're looking at them and then they look and like, oh shit, you see me, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's the best type of marketing. um
they don't know what's for dinner, and it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, like that's oh my God, that's it right there. It's like, hey, are you a busy mom and you've constantly find yourself like getting to dinner, you don't even know what you're gonna feed your family, and you're feeling exhausted, and frankly, you just want like a way out. They're gonna say, Lucy, like, I need your help. So to answer your question, the women over 40 thing is good because it's a starter, but ultimately, what are the symptoms? Like what if they're over 40, what are they dealing with? Like, okay, their moms most likely. They're like everything you just listed. They're exhausted. Um,
So I used to say busy mom, and then I felt bad because there's a lot of women in perimenopause that are not moms. And so then I felt like I don't know. So I got rid of the mom thing.
yeah. So, but let me ask you a database question. Database, right? Database. Your clients? What percentage of them are actually moms?
There definitely more percentage are moms. I have
Yeah,
some that are not.
like a large percentage, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, my course that they when they sign up with me, it's called the Healthy Balanced Mama Method. So
Yeah, there you go.
they join even though there it says mama in it.
Yes, and also identity. Is it safe to assume that folks who are not mamas or moms or that they maybe eventually do want to become mothers and that's why they want to take care of their health? It's safe to assume,
Mhm.
you know? So that's the identity piece, pulling on who do you want to become eventually. Even if they're already moms, they want to become like healthier, betterment. So there are some ideas there, right? Midlife metabolism clarity session or metabolism reset call. It's just helping them understand that there's a pathway, a game plan that they can access.
Yeah. So
Nora, or go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so should I stop? So I don't have to stop saying women after 40, women over 40. Just
No,
do more clarifying
yeah, just like do more
of the call outs.
defining. Yeah, define what's going on in their life compared to a 20-year-old.
Yeah,
compared to a
it's very
teenager,
different.
right? Because some uh health and wellness coaches specify in teens, right? Or athletes, you know. So for you, you're none of that. So how are you different? And what makes your audience different? Because you need to call them out, and they're gonna feel seen, heard, and understood. And that's when they're gonna raise their hand and say, like, how can I get your help?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Nora, was that a comment? If not, I want to hear from Gabby and then go to you. But Nora, anything?
Yeah, I did want to just make a comment that I feel like um, I sign up for things that don't call me out directly.
Mm,
So if I'm not a mother, I might sign up for something for a mother or just something that, because I'm like, if they're, I want to figure out how mothers are doing it, or I want to figure out when they're 10 steps ahead of me.
mm,
So, yeah, right. Like in the end, it's helped me also think in it that way. I might still be
mhm.
attracting the people that I want when I explain it 10 steps ahead. So
Yes,
just wanted to contribute that.
I love that. And case in point as well, like I'm running ads right now, and I've got about 2K to about like 1,500 in ad spend. And every single one of my ads has copy that says six-figure female online coach, right? But when then they answer their questions, I can tell they're not quite there yet. But so then it's kind of like, why do they do that? From a marketer's perspective, it drives them crazy because it's like, that's not my ICP. Like, I'm wasting money on ads. However, however, there's always a growth journey that everybody takes, right? So it goes to Nora's point. Somebody's 10 figures. Somebody is 10 steps ahead of me. I want to know what are they doing so that I can fast track my progress. Exactly, right? So there's like that's it right there. Like we want to be at a certain place, and so when you're calling them out, they're gonna be like, "Well, that's not necessarily me, but I'm hook. It's the point of a hook. I'm curious. Tell me more. What's there? How do you do that?" So, Gabby, I don't know if you want to participate or not, but this is your chance because you're probably gonna be the last one. Like, what questions do you have that the crew can support you in, or can you hear us or?
And she had put in the comments, I don't know if you guys saw that, to skip her. Sorry, can you skip me? She had said that at the
Yeah, we
halfway
skipped
point.
her once.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or you can type the question. Okay, got you. So what I'll share for you, Gabby, specifically, because obviously we spoke yesterday, and this is gonna serve everybody else. It's this idea which it ties directly into well a little bit of what we've been talking about, but whenever we're going through a challenging point in our business, right? Whenever we're going through a challenging part of our life or growth, I won't get to specifics. Um, a big thing that is really, really helpful is going to be this idea of clarity, right? Like what do I want specifically? Because the negative voices, the doubts, the fears, all that stuff can pull us down and can hold us back, right? So, however, whenever we raise our hand and are okay with asking for help, that allows us to get clarity on, yeah, wait, things are not that bad. Wait, I'm resourceful. Wait, I have like a community or um people I can lean on. And so that's a reminder for all of us. And Gabby, I know we spoke yesterday, so hopefully it really resonates. It's just a reminder that yes, the more you ask for help, the more clarity you're going to get. And it sounds like redundant, but because we all like want to be in a yeah, because we all want to, be in a good place and maybe we don't want to admit like we're struggling or whatever, it can at least personally it could hold us back from saying, yeah, you know what, I need help, you know what, I like I have questions or I'm feeling stuck. So why am I ending on that note? Because if you're listening to the recording or if you're here, reach out, right? Connect with a Gabby or a Nora or Saba or Lucy or myself. Let us know what can we do to help. If it's health and wellness, you got Lucy. If it's menstrual, coaching, so how about like everybody, right? And so I want to end on that note because that's the power of community. And so for everybody on the recording, tune in. We look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. But with that said, any final quick questions, anything else that we can clarify here as we wrap up?
No, I just want to make another comment. It's just occurring to me that I want to take as someone who sells, I want to take my people for serious. Therefore, I want to tell them all of the process, and so it's kind of more of what I already shared. But the insight I want to share is like I don't think I've ever signed up for something where someone takes me really seriously. No, that's not true to say that. Some people I can tell um, that they're that I just want to work with them without outcomes, external outcomes.
Hmm.
But if I don't know a person, if it's a random person on the internet, I'm only curious if because of their bait, in fact.
Hmm.
And so it's just like I kind of just want to share it again for myself and also for
Yeah.
Sahaba because I know we both just want to talk to people seriously and take
Yes.
them for mature grown-up people that we can have a real conversation with, but they're not going to come in conversation if they don't feel attracted.
I
That's
think
right.
it's interesting because that is the first part. And then the second part for me is that I know I don't end up actually signing up for anything unless I know exactly what the process is. Like I
Mm,
want to know how much work's entailed, how in depth, because I want it to be meaty. I want it to be a lot. And I know that's not what everyone my audience wants. Some
Yeah.
of my audience probably wants less, right? But it is the first entry point, and then
Hmm.
afterwards. And this landing page is the first entry, which is aligned with what you just said. And then
Yeah.
the afterwards is more specific about thinking what would they want.
Yeah. Think of it as the Trojan horse, right? The Trojan horse, why did they let him in? Or the horse in? Like when in hindsight, it's kind of stupid, but it's like, well, they wanted to receive a gift. They wanted to receive something, and it was this amazing thing. But inside, when they cracked it open or when the soldiers came out, it's like, oh crap. Now do that in opposite, right? So you're a Trojan horse, like, hey, do you want to make six figures? Or hey, do you want to close more clients? Yeah. It's like, okay, cool. But now we need to be a leader. Now we need to be grounded, poised, systematic in the close. That doesn't sell. So I need to start with this stuff over here, which is the tangible, the scenarios that people are going through. I have a sales call actually here coming, like I'm running late for it, but I'm excited to see you guys all next week. Yeah, thank you, Nora. Thank you, Gabby, and hopefully the tire thing gets fixed. And yeah, Lucy, of course, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys all soon. Tava, take care. Cheers, guys. Bye. Thank you.